Hey, one of the questions we get a lot is how do we handle co-marketing teams? As a lot of people have noticed, we definitely work with co-marketing teams. So that means agent and lender, realtor and lender in combination. And I'm going to explain that. It's actually pretty simple. So if you've reviewed our process or looked at our demo video, you understand that typically we are leading with a mortgage offer, right? And so some people have the question like, well, how does this work? If a realtor is involved, and would this make sense? And in fact, it always does. And so, honestly, there's two considerations and two minor differences between standard loan officer marketing and co marketing that are worth pointing out. One is how to handle the leads, the other is how is the marketing presented to the consumer. So, first thing is with the lead handling, we can set up different situations. So, we have teams that will want to be the lender forward, where the lender is handling all the leads. We have teams where the agent is handling all the leads initially, and then we have others that do it jointly. And when you do it jointly, you can do it that one of two ways. You can both be inside of the same CRM, working together, even at the same time inside that CRM, or we can also set it up through round robin. No way is better than the other. It's really just going to depend on your situation. So we will help guide you through the process if that's something you're looking at. And then as far as like the marketing and such goes, it's actually very similar to this, right? So one thing is important is that your landing page that we create, where we actually capture lead information, is co-branded, both for compliance reasons and just because that's the proper thing to do. And so that will always be co-branded. So it would be in most cases the logos and the headshots or the photos of each company or party that's being provided, as well as all the typical legal information, all that stuff as well. So that would be on the landing page. And then of course we would also be very clear that it's not just a mortgage offer in that case, that it would be also the ability to help someone find the home and even sell a home if they have a home to sell. So the marketing, as far as that goes, since we're using Facebook and Instagram, in most cases, what we would do there is we'd either create a co-marketing page if it doesn't already exist, or you could create it and we could use that. And so that would be where same thing would be branded to both parties or companies, or some individuals like to do it where it's running from just the realtor's Facebook page and or Instagram page, and or the lenders. So again, this would be a case by case basis. It would really just depend upon what you wanted to do, and of course, we would guide you through that process. So other than that, though, it's really still all the same thing, because at the end of the day, to buy a home, most cases you're going to have to be approved for a mortgage. So it should still continue to lead with the mortgage interest, and of course, as we already know, you typically have more interest involved buyers, more serious buyers, if they're engaging in the mortgage part, because as well as I do that the person does need to be approved first, and that's really their first step, not so much shopping for a home. And we have a lot of other tips and guidelines along the way, and every team's going to be a little bit different. So we just since everything's custom made anyway with what we do, there's no problem. We'll just gauge what makes sense for you, guide you, and build the most appropriate thing for you. And then if changes need to happen down the road, that's fine as well. Of course, we'll do that too.